Good afternoon, YouTube. So, just been to Aldi's, do a bit of shopping. Well, I've got 2 days off, but I've had an eventful start. Leaving work last night, fine. Car showed about quarter of a tank, which is okay to get home. I'm back to town again to put some fuel in. And when I was going through Hereford, I was going to put some fuel in. Basically, I must have been tired. I forgot all about it. Not a big deal anyway. I realised when I got the other side of Hereford, it's not a big deal. Anyway, a couple of miles further down the road, the warning light suddenly come on for fuel. Oh, you've got to be joking. So, really, seriously, when I got back to the campsite last night, it was showing empty. I mean, proper empty. Oh, God, what do I do? Suddenly, I think the fuel gauge on this is not exactly accurate sometimes, but that was a bit close for comfort. So I thought, do I get on the bus this morning and get some fuel and come back on the bus? That takes a whole day. It does, by the time you get the bus there and wait for a bus to come back. Bus services is good, but it's basically going to take me all day. I probably wouldn't get back to about 5 or 6 o'clock this evening just to get a gallon of fuel. I thought, no, I can't do that. Other options, a taxi. Well, that's going to cost a fortune, isn't it? For what was it? 12 miles to Hereford and 12 miles back. That was going to cost me a lot of money, so I didn't do that. So what I've done is I risked it. Showing empty the whole way, and I made it. I tell you what, because if I'd have gone the other way to the town of Ross on Wye, it would be roughly 4 miles closer, but at the same time it's up and down and left and right and whatever, so I stuck to going to Hereford. I need to do some shopping anyway, and I'd like to go to Hereford, some more space in the car park for the Alps I go to and so on. I digress yet again. Basically, as you can see, I've made it. What a stressful morning that was. So I've done my shopping, everything's fine. So as far as the lake goes, it's still a bit warm now. It's not burning up, but it's a bit warm. But when I was working the last couple of days after my big problem with it, if anybody's watching, I told you about I'm basically on ibuprofen, paracetamol, and some cooling gel, ice gel or whatever it's called, and touch wood. So far, so good. I mean, it's not brilliant, but it's a damn sight better than what it was. I mean, they're very good at work, Steve. You need to rest more, but I can't. I can't sit down and rest more. I'm paid to do a job, so you know, the pride sets in, doesn't it? And I need to do the job that I'm paid for. So, but I'm taking these tablets before I start. I take the ibuprofen and the paracetamol and put some gel on my leg to start me off, and that'll keep me going for a few hours. And then, so lunchtime, I'll do the same again, and then in the afternoon again, and that normally sorts me out. So it's not brilliant, and it's not a solution, is it? Because just because you take any painkillers, just because the pain's gone, it doesn't mean the problem's been eradicated, does it? The problem is still there. Whatever your symptoms, whatever pain or whatever you've got, yes, you can take painkillers and they're good, but the problem doesn't go away, does it? Oh, it's a bit of a problem here, isn't it? That's okay. So I thought I was going to get stuck between traffic lights then. It's a bit of a traffic problem in this time of the day in Hereford for some reason. I'm stuck in it again now, but anyway, that's not the point. So yeah, so like I say, if you take painkillers because you've broken a leg or whatever, and it said, well, that's not a good example, is it? But any sort of pain that you've got, there's a reason for that pain, and just because you take painkillers, yes, the pain might go away for a while, but it always comes back after a few hours, and it's not really cured the problems. And that's the same with these veins. Yes, I'm able to work more, but that's not stopping the veins sort of pumping up the more I'm working. I'm just not feeling it so much, but the problem is still there. So there is still the issue that they like last year, they could burst, which I would not be good. Apparently they talking to somebody the other day, and to have them the veins stripped, so the veins taken out all day, whatever you want to call it, you have to go private to do that nowadays. So if I'm going to do that and private, then I will do that in the Philippines. It'll be damn sight cheaper for me. So that's probably it. But there's some kind of medication now, because they don't like to strip the veins anymore, because they do come back anyway after a few years, don't they? So they're quite big ones, you know. I don't know, but there is some kind of medication that I don't think they disappear altogether, but it's all to do with the blood flow, isn't it? Basically, there's blood clots, isn't it? It's so the blood piles up and the blood can't get through because of the damaged veins, and that's part of it. So you've got your what is it? Let me get this right. The arteries, they're coming from the heart, aren't they, to the body, and the veins are the ones that are pumping it back. So if you've got varicose veins, the blood isn't going properly on that part of the body anyway, back up again. I don't know why I'm ranting on about this now, but you get the gist of it. So yeah, so basically the pain. I mean, I'm in discomfort now. I wouldn't say a lot of pain, but it's definitely not right on the upper inner thigh. So it's not good, but it's not as bad as it was. And I haven't taken any medication this morning because I'm not walking anywhere for any great deal. Just walk around the shop, around the supermarket now. Yeah. So, anyway, that's it for now. Everybody take care. Just thought I'd give you a quick update. Bye for now.